All right, so we are live. We're a couple minutes early, but yeah, just wanted to get everybody on board. Just gonna get my computer going here. Of course, things pop up for no reason as soon as I hit that. Okay, beautiful. There we are. Still live. So, yep. Got Z with us. Where are we at here? All right, cool. So, see, we got a couple people with us. We're gonna start here in a couple minutes. And so, if you don't, let's see, let me get my stuff. Keep them entertained, Z.
Okay, hi.
Are you live in MTB Strength Training Systems?
Yeah. Why?
I was just gonna check.
Turn off here. Are we there?
Yeah.
We're there. Beautiful. Hey, should we do music or not?
Maybe not because maybe
Off like music.
Oh, yeah.
Encouragement. Plenty of stuff. So, we'll just use the phone. Alright.
Only a few.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Finally.
Angela.
Angela. Hi, Angela.
There's my outfit. We're matching. Nobody else can see it though.
I saw you guys. We're going to conspire.
where is she?
So, you guys should plan that on private message, not.
Watching the Facebook.
Oh, Phaedra's with us. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Paul. Yeah, man.
Yay, Paul.
Okay.
Awesome.
Grumpy Guy class lives on. I just want to note, not even a global pandemic can stop us from doing our thing. So I'm glad we're together. Yes, miss you too, Angela. All right, so we're going to get started here. So Z, you are free to go do whatever you want. All right, cool. So you're going to need a jiu-jitsu belt or a forearm forklift or even like a large towel, like a beach towel or something. Just something to use as a strap for the isometrics. And then before we get going, because I don't have everybody in front of me to be able to watch you guys, 3 things. First, if it hurts, don't do it, right? Don't work through pain. So see if you can find a way to do it without it hurting. And but yeah, just don't try to push through pain. It's definitely not the point of any of these things. The second is to pay attention to your posture, and that'll kind of change whether we're on the ground or standing up. But in general, if we're standing up, do pressure through your feet. You know, the big toe knuckle, outside edge of your foot, and your heel. That tripod of pressure, like it may move around and shift, but you don't want to have your feet just, you know, totally losing one of those pressure points. You want to keep as good a pressure to those things as you can. Your hips, want to feel the tension here, and your like glutes and the top of the hamstrings, not the lower back, not a lot in the quads. So make sure you're driving from the hips and stabilizing the right areas. And then also your shoulders. That's the third area you want to pay attention to. And you want to feel your upper back, holding things, nice tall posture. If we're using the chest and the shoulders, you should be feeling the tension there as well. But you don't want to be feeling tension in the neck. So your shoulders are crunching up and feeling a lot of tension in the neck. You don't want to be doing that. So keeping the tension in the right areas there. So feet, hips, shoulders, make sure you're paying attention to those areas and things will be good. And then finally, breathing. You want to make sure that you're paying attention to your breathing. You're breathing, driving it in through the nose starting the belly, using the whole lungs, and trying to stay breathing as calmly and as deeply as you can, especially when you get into uncomfortable positions or we start getting into the high tension stuff with the isometrics. Make sure that you're not, letting your breathing start to get tight, and make sure you're paying attention to that would be really important as well. So it shouldn't hurt. Pay attention to your posture, pay attention to your breathing, and things will go great. So, and have fun. Yes, exactly. This is going to be fun. So I've got my beautiful assistants here, and remember, the secret is to have beautiful assistants because they will distract from all the mistakes that you make. So that's my secret. All right, guys, so jump on up if you're not already. We're going to start out with some standing mobility. So you're going to start by lacing your fingers behind your back. You're going to block your elbows out, and I want you to drive your knuckles to the ground, lean back a little bit, really open up the chest, and then you're going to do a few head nods here, just looking up and down, nice and relaxed, and keeping the tension out of the neck, leading with the eyes, using your ocular potential, which yes, that is a word that we made up for this class, but it means something now. All right, so now you're gonna look over your shoulder. Think about trying to find the horizon behind you. This is all quiet. You're gonna have the room music going on at home.
Angela on speakerphone.
No, that's not what we need. Not yet. All right, then we're gonna go ear to shoulder. So think about trying to keep your nose centered as much as possible, so you're not like looking down at your shoulder, trying to keep the nose centered and just pulling the ear to the shoulder, keeping the shoulders pulled down. So definitely don't pull the ear up to the shoulder. All right, now we're going to do our shoulder circles. So you want to think about your shoulder blades. Get your shoulder blades going in a big circle around the rib cage, and your shoulders will follow your shoulder blades. Get those shoulder blades mobilized. Nice and tall, pressure through the feet. All right, now we're going to go the other direction. So big circles going the other direction. Yeah, you shouldn't be feeling a lot of tension. If you're feeling tension in the neck, you stay nice and tall. You shouldn't let your head shoot forward doing this. All right, so now we're going to draw our big X. So we're going to lead with the thumb. So you're rotating the wrist. So the thumb is leading the action. I'm drawing a big X in front of you. Right. Now we're going to go the other direction. So you're going to come from low to high, and then low to high, like you're doing a karate chop. So you're leading with the pinky right now. All right. So now we're going to do the other side. Leading with the thumb, so you're rotating through the hand, the elbow, the shoulder, all of them are getting some rotation while you're doing this. Now we're going to go the other direction. So we're coming from low to high, and then low to high, doing a double karate chop. Karate chop in an army of midgets. Right, I know, or
Yeah. Remember, there's an audience.
Yeah.
We were just the.
It's good to have on recording.
hey, I didn't say anything. Too bad that.
Yeah, and then.
Anyone who's been with us for a while remembers the original cue for this and how unpolitically correct it was. So, all right, anyways, back to working out. We're going to do our elbow circles. So you're going to start. So reach your fingertips long. You're trying to get as much length between your fingertips as you can. And then you're going to bring your hands up and in towards your shoulders, and then push under the armpits, and then back. So always ending with your fingers long, getting that length. So you get that full rotation through the elbows. Keeping the elbows up, trying to keep them parallel with the ground. All right, now we're going to come the other direction. So you turn the hands down, come under the armpits, and then open up. And again, always reaching long, looking for all that length that you can between the fingertips, that in position. All right, so I know you started early. So we're gonna do our wrist circles, palms together, and you're going to circle the wrist. So keep pressure between the palms. Don't let the palms open up. I mean, you're just kind of circling the fingers. So keep pressure between the palms. Then we're gonna go the other direction. All right, so now we're going to lace the fingers the other way. So the other thumb's on top, and again, pressure between the palms, and you're going to do the wrist circles with your fingers laced this way. We're going to go the other direction. All right, so we're going to do some hula hoop circles. You're going to put your hands on your hips like this. You're going to keep shoulders out away from your ears. You're going to pull your elbows back like you're trying to touch them behind you. And from here, we're going to get the hips circling around. And remember, pressure through the feet. And the weight's going to shift around on your feet, but you shouldn't just be letting any of those 3 pressure points just peel up while you're doing it. All right, let's go the other direction. Remember, keep pulling those elbows back. Alright, so come down to the knees, feet about hip width apart. You're going to put your hands on top of your knees, not the kneecaps. Don't mess around with how the kneecaps are moving, just hands on top of the knees. Knees are going to come in toward each other, and they push forward and out. And so you're doing a circle through the hips and the ankles, and the knees are circling. And good pressure through the feet. Alright, now we're going to go the other direction. Okay, so now you're going to stand on one foot, and you're going to draw a big circle with your big toe. As big a circle as you can. That's the other direction. Okay, let's do the other side. Direction. Right, so we're going to do our hip hinge. So you're going to stand with your feet hip width apart. You're going to bring your hands up behind your head like this. And then what we're going to do is you're going to push your butt back, like there's a button on the wall behind you. And you're trying to push the butt back to push that button. When you can't push the butt back anymore, you're going to reach as long as you can. You want to end with your biceps by your ears. And then you're going to push your butt, squeeze your glutes, so you push your hips back over your feet. And that brings you up nice and tall. And then you bring the hands back down to the hips. So get them set. So butt back. Reach long. Drive your hips over your feet. Get tall. Nice. Hands down. Butt back. Reach long. Get tall, nice, hands down, reach back, butt back, reach long, stand tall, hands down, butt back, reach long, stand tall. One more, hands down, butt back, reach long, stand tall. All right, so we're gonna do a squat. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna reach down, you're gonna grab underneath your feet, just hang out here for a second. Just kind of massaging the bottom of your hands with your feet. Get a little hamstring stretch. And so come out and just grab like your big toe, and you're gonna pull your butt down to the ground, or down towards your heels. Don't let your heels come off the ground. Put your elbows inside. Go ahead and let go. We're just gonna hang out here for a second. And so just kind of rock back and forth, moving the hips around, and open up the hands, move the head. Just kind of open, stretch out a little bit down here. Find some more space between the hips. And all that is, I'm trying to pull my butt as close to my heels as I can. If I can get my butt to touch my heels, I'm gonna have a pretty good squat. So, I know somebody out there trying to prove me wrong. Look at that, see, that's good. That's why it's hard to pass your guard. So anyways, all right, so drive through those 3 pressure points on the feet, and we're gonna stand tall, coming out of that. Nice. All right, so now we're gonna do our cactus twist. So this is our corkscrew motion. So start with your feet hip width apart, and you're gonna step your right foot forward, just far enough so that it's in front of the other foot. Right? I'm still lined up here. I don't want to be standing, in line with that foot. When we stand out far enough here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my hands up to this cactus pose position, okay? And I've got my right foot forward, so I'm going to turn my chest, basically my nipples. Imagine you got lasers coming out of your nipples. So I want to keep my feet, my hips, and my head facing forward. I'm just turning my chest to the left. And when I feel like if I turn any further, something else is going to follow, I push my butt back like I'm trying to push that button on the wall. I open up. And now I'm going to push my butt back over my hips. I come back to the cactus and I untwist. Okay, so I twist. I push my butt back. I push my butt over my feet. And I unwind. So I twist. As I twist, the back foot should be getting heavy. I load that back foot. I should have a lot of weight on this back foot. And then I drive through that back foot to come up and unwind. So a couple more. Turn. Hips back, drive to that back foot to come up. Nice, one more. On the way down, you're loading that back foot, and then you drive to the back foot to come up and unwind. Good, okay, shake that out. We're gonna do the other side. So again, feet hip width apart. You're gonna step forward, and if you ride bikes, this should feel real familiar. You should feel like you're in your pedal stance, like you're where you'd be standing on your pedals on your bike. And so elbows up into the cactus position. So the left foot's forward. So I'm going to turn my chest away from that. So I'm going to turn it to the right. And then I push the hips back. And I push the hips over the feet. And then I unwind. So I turn. And I'm loading this back leg back here. And I drive through that back leg to come up. And I unwind. Turn. Hinge. Back tall. Unwind. Good. A few more here. Tall. Unwind. Right. One more. Turn. Load the back leg. Driving through the back leg. Coming up. All right. Excellent. So, we're going to get ready to do the isometrics. My lovely assistant read my mind and got my paper that I'd written out earlier. And so, yes, everybody's got a belt. Yes. We'll keep it simple. If you have one of these and you know how to use it, go ahead. If you don't worry about it right now. That's all right. Okay, so we're going to do some isometrics, and this is going to be a mix of some holds where we're going to get into a position, we're going to hold it for a period of time, and what's known as ramping isometrics, where we're going to get into a position using the belt, and we're going to apply pressure into that belt, and we're going to ramp that up. We're going to have 3 intervals. We'll have the first 30 seconds will be 50% effort. It's easy, just getting the posture, getting the breathing, making sure you're feeling it where you want. The second interval, which will be 20 seconds long, will be 80%. And this is where it starts to get hard. So you feel like you're right on that edge of hard. But again, maintaining good breathing, good posture. And then finally, we're going to have a 10-second interval right after that, where you ramp up to 100%. You're trying to apply as much pressure in the belt or your strap, whatever it is, you're trying to break it. But again, while you're doing it, you have to make sure that you're maintaining good breathing, good posture while you're doing it. So that's always the goal with your isometrics, is good breathing and good posture in these high tension situations, and that's that'll keep you safe and give us the best results. So we're going to start out with our neck tricep extension. And so you can get set on your knees like this. You're going to have your belt, your strap, whatever you have. We're going to get set up in this position here. The belt's going to be around the head. I want my elbows at a 90 degree, and I want my elbows under my hands. So I don't want them flared out like this. And so I'm going to be doing a tricep extension where I'm trying to extend my hands against a strong posterior chain. So it's not just the neck. Remember, I want to keep my shoulders pulled back and down. I want to feel from my glutes, my tailbone, through my lower back, through that upper back, all of that whole posterior chain is getting strong and securing the head. And so you feel that whole posterior chain engaged, not just the neck. So if you're feeling a lot of the neck, you're actually not doing it right. So we want to teach that posterior chain to reinforce the neck. And so we're going to do that. We're going to get set in that position. We're going to go through the 30 seconds at 50%, the 20 seconds at 80%, and then finally the 10 seconds at 100. Trying to break that belt while maintaining posture and breathing. And so you see on the wall back there, the timer will be going, and it'll count down the time, and you'll hear some beeps and guy counting it down, so it'll be pretty obvious what's going on. If you've never done this, then it will take a time or two until it makes complete sense. But trust me, it'll be an interesting workout for you either way. So, we ready? Yeah.
Ready.
What's that?
Yeah.
I was ready for the timer, so.
So that's good. That's good situational awareness. All right, so we're going. So get in position.
Just make your head.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so 50%. So getting nice and tall through the spine, getting the tension in the triceps for the tricep extension. Nice deep breathing. This should be easy. Setting the breathing and the posture. Good pressure through the knees. Let the knees drive into the mat. Secure yourself. All right, 80%. This should be getting hard. Maintaining good breathing, good posture. Everything you got, trying to break that belt.
3, 2, 1, done.
Nice. If you do that right, you should feel about 2 inches taller. Like it should not be in the neck. You should feel that whole spine just get long through that. So it's good. All right, excellent. Now we got that engaged. We're going to go to our hip flexor. So we're going to do the single leg, hip flexor, leg, double leg extension. So we're going to get set in this position here. And what I'm going to do, I got to keep my toes facing the ceiling. I'm going to pull one knee up, and I want to pull it up, hopefully to this 90 degrees here. But I got to keep the other leg locked out and keep pressure through my heel and my calf into the ground with that locked out leg. So you should feel the other hip engaging to drive that leg into the ground. And so if I bring my leg up and that leg starts to bend, like only come up as high as you can, keeping that leg locked out. Like what we're trying to do is connect this hip flexor pulling up here with this hip extending on the other side. It's that push-pull that we're working on here. And so I'm trying to pull the knee up into the palm on this side while driving that heel through that locked out knee into the ground on the other side. And so it's that push-pull that I'm going for. And so we're going to do the 30-20-10 with that there. So here we go. Good, 50%. Should be easy here. Should you get the pressure in the ground in your palm, feel the tension where you want it. 80%. Pull harder into your palm that you can push into the ground. If you start to lose that, let that happen.
3, 2, 1, go.
100%.
3, 2, 1, done.
Woo. Oh, all right, shake that out. All right. Okay. Gotta do the other side. So, we're going to get set, and here we go. Another knee up. All right, remember, keeping the toes pointed up. Don't let them point out while you're doing this. At 80%.
Go.
100%.
3, 2, 1, done.
Right. Whew. Let that out. Let's see what we got next. So, we're going to do our butterfly crunch next. What's that?
Is that for nothing?
Not for nothing. That's some extra fitness. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get our feet in this butterfly position, keeping the pressure between the bottoms of the feet there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to curl up. I want to curl up enough to get my shoulder blades off the mat. What I'm thinking about doing is I'm curling my tailbone up and I'm curling my head up. And I'm trying to bring those 2 points together. And then I'm going to take my palms and I'm going to press into my forehead a little bit. And so I'm trying to push my forehead into my palms, and as I'm curling my tailbone up, as I'm trying to close this distance. And so that is the movement there. This, for some of you, this may be a self-ramping isometric. You can just hang on to it for a minute. It's going to be the goal. But if you can, you want to try to ramp up that pressure of your forehead pushing into your palms with the intervals here. So here we go. Let's get set.
3, 2, 1, go.
Good. Curl the tailbone, forehead towards each other. I'm going to try to push the forehead into the palms.
Three, 2, 1, go.
80%. You got left 10 seconds.
3, 2, 1, done.
All right. Oh, it's been. Okay. So, no way to say this nicely. So I'll just say it. Next one's the lunge. So we're gonna do a lunge hold. Hopefully for 60 seconds. That's the goal. So get a drink if you need it. Which is cute for coach, you need a drink. Alright. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get set. preferably you're gonna start here kind of this half kneeling position, this bottom of a lunge. And then the goal is to, it's nice and tall, right? You don't want to be leaned over in this position. And I want to come up with my knee just off of the ground. And then I want to hold this position for the minute. Now, you may find that you need to start at the top and just kind of go down a little bit and maybe just hold this position for a minute, right? Like find where you can hold that position. The main thing that I'm looking for is your torso position. If you start to lean forward, you're losing it. We have to maintain an upright torso as we're doing it. So this is no good. I don't want that. I want an upright torso like this. So if you need to come up a little bit, wherever that is, I don't even care if you start all the way at the top. Like just find your position, start where you're at, and you'll get stronger with it. So we're gonna go for a minute. Let's do it. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
You want to make sure you're on your toes on the back foot. You don't want to be on the tops of your foot. Karate kick into the ground. Not the goal. Yes, halfway. Ten more seconds. Stay strong.
3, 2, 1, done.
Woo. All right, shake that out.
Really, really, really like this.
What's that one? You don't like this one?
No.
I know. It's a tough one. So let's do the I'll tell you what, let's do the row in between. So I'll give our legs a break for a second. So remember what side you did? And if you don't remember, well, one side's gonna get a hell of a workout. So we're gonna do our row right now, and then we'll come back and do the other side of our lunge. So for the row, you're gonna get set up like this. Your belt or strap, whatever you got. Try and keep your feet hip width apart, like letting them come together is not ideal. So kind of part of the exercise, what happens, it happens, but that's the goal. You can wrap your hands with this. And what we're looking to do is pull the chest towards the toes while I'm driving the elbows behind me. And so there's a push-pull going on here. Again, remember, keep the tension out of the neck. It should not be in the neck. It should be in the upper back, pulling the shoulder blades, backing down to help drive this movement. So make sure you're feeling the tension in the right areas. Set.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, 50%. Nice and easy here. Get tall through the spine, breathe as deep as you can. All right, 80%. Getting hard. All right, trying to break the belt. All right. Good deal. So, we got the lunge on the other side. Did not forget. Some people sharing. So if you're a veteran of these things, you get your weaker side first. But if not, you'll find the joys of weaker side lunges here soon. So instead, again, what I was talking about earlier, like you don't want to be like this. You want to make sure that you got your toes pulled under, and you're using the toes to drive you up and stabilize you. Halfway. Almost there, 10 seconds. Yes. Ah, this is good. Okay. It's flying right along here. What we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. 4 more. All right.
Out of how many?
Huh?
Out of how many?
9. 9.
Oh, we're halfway there.
That's right, man. That's right. And since we don't have anything else to do, there's no drill class after this. We're running a little over. It happens. So, what else are we gonna do? What do we have? Pat, the push-up.
Oh. I mean, yeah.
Just want to get them out of the way.
It's really embarrassing doing this. They're gonna fall and not be able to hold it.
All right, so here's the deal. So, the push-up, what we're wanting to do, again, you want to start at the bottom, if you can. Okay? And then you're wanting to hold this position, and we're going to go for a minute. Okay, so again, you can find where you're at, maybe here, maybe be here. Right? So like if you need to start at this high plank position, that's totally fine as well. The other option that you have is to go to your knees, and then again, do the same thing. You're wanting to just break the ground and hold this position here. And so it does cut down how much weight you're doing, but so there's a couple options for you there on cue. See, that's what a good assistant does. Throws me softball questions like, "Hey, Coach James, what if I can't do it?" Well, there, little girl, let me tell you. My name is Troy McClure. You may know me from such films as progressions and regressions of. Anyways, sorry.
Stop
Push-ups. Let's go. So here we go. Oh, come on, let me in my phone. It's me, I swear to God. Okay, here we go. Set.
I did push-ups this year too.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, remember keeping the tension out of the neck. Should not be in the neck. Should move your back. We should be engaged a little bit. So we should give pressure through the hands. So the pad of the pointer finger should be pressed into the ground. Don't let it peel up. Inside knuckle, most inside knuckle should be pressed into the
3, 2, 1,
ground.
go.
Halfway there. Come on. Got it. In seconds.
Once it's closer and closer, it's good.
Good one. Okay. Yeah, no, it's good. What do we got left? Let's do our bridge. So, for the bridge, what we're going to do, you're going to take your belt, whatever you've got, we're going to get it set underneath the feet. So, and once your feet are hip width apart, I'm going to pull my heels in close to my butt, and then keeping my heels pulled in close, I'm going to drop my feet to the floor. So now I'm in a position for a bridge. I'm going to take my belt, strap whatever you got, and tie it around your hips. I want to make sure it's where you fold, not up on the quads here, but right where you fold. And you're going to do a good double knot. What we're going to do, we're going to do a bridge. But you got to make sure you keep your heels curled in toward your butt. So it's not just the glutes squeezing and the hips going up. It's also the heels curling and coming in. So keep the heels curled in as you squeeze the glutes to come up. And if you do it right, you have your belt in the right place and it'll stop you short of lockout. So if not, you can take up a little slack, tighten it up some so that it does. But what we're going to do is we're going to keep the heels curled in, good pressure through the feet as I'm squeezing the glutes. So I don't want to squeeze the glutes more than I can keep the heels curled in. And you'll know that's happening because you'll feel the feet pushing away, and it'll feel like your feet are trying to push away from the belt, or the belt's trying to pull in towards you. So if you're doing it right, the belt is going to stay in place, and you'll feel that tension in the glutes and also keeping the heels curled in tight. So we're doing a ramping isometric here. So we'll start out with 50%. So get set, throwing the heels in, squeeze the glutes to drive the hips up. So we're squeezing the glutes. You don't want to feel this in the lower back, you don't want to feel this in the quads. But we got to keep that the relationship between the squeeze of the glutes and keeping the heels curled in. We don't want to let them start to push away. All right, 80%. Break the belt. Put those heels in. 3, 2, 1, done. Ooh, yeah. Nice. Those are your glutes. You've never done this before. Those are your glutes. You may have thought you've met your glutes before. So you do an isometric ramping iso bridge. You ain't met your glutes yet. All right. Let's do our front raise. There's only 9 exercises. I know it's hard for me to rank them all or my least favorite. Because that would indicate there might be something that's a favorite. But anyways. So you're gonna get set on your knees like so. And yeah, Fearless Leader texting me. He's not joining us apparently. So drive good pressure through the knees. So I'm gonna feel it in the glutes here. Pulling the shoulder blades back and down. And my visual is that I'm trying to do it like a front raise. Something that'll help is make sure the point of the elbow is down, elbow pits up, so that it's up and down, as opposed to out. If the point of the elbow is out, then it's weak. It's easy for this to bend. If I rotate and lock that in, it'll help lock the shoulder in, it'll keep the elbow locked out, and so it'll be easier to transfer the force. And so the idea is I'm raising the hands, make sure you're not shrugging, driving those shoulders down as you're raising the hands. is what we're looking for. So let's get the timer going. So we're doing our 50, 80, 100% on this one. So got the belt, strap, whatever it is in front of you. 3, 2, 1, go. Squeezing the glutes, grab the knees into the ground. Nice and tall. Try to breathe as deep as you can. Okay, 80%. We got left, trying to break that belt. 3, 2, 1, done. Nice. That's good. Takes a lot of focus to not lean back or let the elbow or the shoulder shrug. So good job with that one. Okay, so we've got the deadlift left. Yeah, somehow I made it to the bottom. Something's got to be last. So there's nothing that we can do about it. All right, so
Just kind of squats.
yes, they do. So we're just gonna do our regular deadlift. Keep things simple. So you guys have your feet hip width apart. I'm going to push my butt back. I'm trying to push the button on the wall that brings my chest down. I can only, as far as I can push my butt back. That's how far down I'm going to grab. Preferably you want to get to at least the knees. If you can come down lower in good position, that's fine. You can wrap the hands for this one. The main thing that I want to see you focus on is don't let the space between your hands and your chest increase. What I mean by that is it's easy to start doing this, right? So as you start to round, and like when that happens, the space between my hands and my chest starts to increase. So if I think about trying to keep that space closed off and pulling my chest towards my hands to fight that as I'm squeezing my glutes to think about driving my butt back over my feet, right? We practiced this movement earlier. Then that'll help me keep that upper back engaged and stay in a good, safe position here. So let's get set. And we're doing our 80, and the 50, 80, 100. So there we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so pulling the chest towards the hands. Squeeze the glutes to push the hips over the feet. Good pressure through the feet. As deep as you can. Always focus on that breathing. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, 80%. Starting to get hard. Maintain posture and breathing though. You got left. Pull the chest and the hands toward each other. 3, 2, 1, done. Nice. All right. I do believe that's it. So, all right. So we made it through the isometrics. So we're gonna get going with our some mobility stuff to finish out here. So get a drink if you need it. And we'll do our ramping relaxers. Joke never old. You know what's funny is how many people like are trying to go to that laundromat over there thinking that it's open.
think it is.
I don't think it is.
I think laundromats are essential. I'm pretty sure.
Well, much to everybody's chagrin, they were closed the other day. So, all right, so we're gonna start out. Hopefully you got a clean floor, not wipe it off real quick. So, we're gonna start out laying on our tummies, do a little adult tummy time here. So, forehead on the mat, laying on your stomach. What we're gonna do is a couple deep breaths here, breathing in through the nose. You're gonna feel your belly pressing into the ground. And then out. So we're just going to do a couple deep breaths like this. All right. So lead with the eyes. We're going to look up. And then back down. Lead with the eyes. Look up. You don't want the chest to come up. Just the head. Right, then we're going to look up and over one shoulder, and up and over the other shoulder, and back and forth. All right, so we're going to do the scorpion. So you're going to bend the knee, you're going to drive your big toe up to the ceiling, and then over and across, and touch the floor on the other side, and you come back to the center, and the other side, and the knee. Drag the big toe up, and then over, and then bring it back. Bend up, and then over. And breathe deep. All right, so we're going to come up to our elbows to this Sphinx position here. So I want the elbows underneath the shoulders. And I'm going to do some shoulder pumps here. So I'm pushing the shoulder blades up and down the rib cage. At the top, I'm pulling the chest through, nice and tall. And then ending with the shoulders down, nice tall posture. We're going to do some head nods from here. Then leading with the eyes up and down. All right, so now we're going to look over one shoulder, and another shoulder. So we're going to do the roll to sit. So you're going to take one leg and you're going to bring it across the other. And you're going to straighten it out. And you're going to use that in your hands to sit up to this tall, full sit position. Then I'm going to reverse that. I bring the elbows to the mat. And then my lower body follows. And then I do the other side. Leg comes across. Comes to this L sit. And then the elbows come down. And the legs follow. So the more separation I can get between the upper body and the lower body, the better. The less of a log roll this is, the better. Alright, so ending on the elbows here. We'll push back into our child's pose position. So I'm trying to sit the butt back on the heels, reaching the fingers long.
sink the chest towards the floor. And then from here, I'm gonna walk the fingers over to the left. I gotta keep my butt glued to my heels. Don't let my butt fall. I'm gonna feel the rib cage on the right side open up. I'm gonna hang out here and take a couple deep breaths into that side. Trying to open it up with my breath. Right, so I'm gonna walk the fingers over to the other side, and to the right. I'm gonna do the same thing on the left side. So I'm using my breath to breathe deep into the ribs there. Side gills. That's right, breathing into the side gills. Keeping your heart space open to opportunities. All right, anyway, back center. Easy action for that stuff. So we're gonna do some spinal wave, which means I'm going to pull myself up into this cat position, and then I'm gonna roll, starting with the lower back, roll my spine through, pull my chest through, finally ending, looking up. Then I'm gonna reverse that. I'm gonna top my chin. I'm gonna roll each vertebrae one at a time back into that cat position. And then sit back into the child's pose. So pull myself through this and camel. Is this the camel? Yes, it's the camel. I get confused. Oh, I didn't pay the money to go to yoga school. So,
This was the cat. It's cat.
this here, I would think too, but then if you say cat camel, then that's the camel and the cat's the other way because it stretches that way. If you say cat cow, then this is the cat because the cow's got the belly that hangs. So it's kind of confusing because you can't even figure it out amongst themselves which it is. So I'm just a victim of the whole situation here. Anyways, where are we? Where are you, Shiloh?
Where am I?
Yeah, you're off the screen.
She disappeared.
You disappeared. The Shiloh show. Anyway. What's that? We're gonna do the wrist real quick. So we're gonna turn the palms back, and we're going to the fingers. I want to turn the fingers back towards me, and then putting some pressure on the palms, and then opening up the front side of the wrists here. And speaking of which, let's do a few cat, camels, cows, whatever they are. So arching the spine up, and then I'm pushing the chest towards the floor. You know, it's like a full spinal head nod. Tucking the head here, looking up as far as I can. Getting that head nod to help drive the motion helps. All right, so coming out of that, shaking that off. I'm gonna turn the fingers forward, and we're going to do our elbow circles. So again, keep that pointer finger pad of the pointer finger pressing on the ground while you're doing these. Up. And let's go the other direction. Again, this may not be very big circles at first. You can't do them without the hand peeling up. Okay, so now we're going to do the seal. So the fingers face out. And we're going to, just as much weight and pressure as you can. May not be much at all, if anything. Just, regulate what feels good for you. A little uncomfortableness is fine. Remember, pain is not the goal. If it hurts, don't do it. Don't be a sensation hunter. That's right. Shout out to Sebastian. Oh boy. Anyways, all right, let's shake that out. Let's do our lizard pose. Yes, so hands on the ground. I'm gonna bring my right foot forward and frame my right hand. I'm gonna walk the left knee back, nice tall spine. And so what I'm gonna do here is start up nice and tall. And then I'm going to sit back, do a little hamstring stretch. And then we're gonna come back to this tall, pushing the knee forward. And then the hamstring stretch. Nice. Forward. And the hamstring. All right, so coming to the hands on the ground, frame by the feet. So we're going to do our up down. So we come down to the left elbow, the outside elbow, then the inside elbow, and then the inside hand, the outside hand, and then I lead with the elbow. So my elbow points to the ceiling, and then my hand opens up, and then my hand comes down to the floor, and I repeat. So outside, inside, inside, outside, and open up, down, outside, inside, inside, outside, up, down. Nice. Another one here. All right, so on this next one, when we come back down, we're going to hang out at the bottom. So come down and hang out. Couple deep breaths. Okay, so inside hand, outside hand, coming up. This time we're gonna reach back. I'm gonna grab the foot. The first thing I want to do is I want to get the front side of my body straight. So push my hips to the mat. And then I think about turning my chest to the ceiling. And then if I can pull my heel in a little bit more. But I gotta keep the hips pushed to the mat. I don't want to start sitting back like that to do any of the other things. Front side opened up. Deep breaths. Okay, so we're going to sit back, keeping the rib cage glued to the top of the quad there, so don't open that up. And we're going to stretch the hamstrings and grab the toes there, pull back if you like. So, back to our start position. Shake that out. Sit back in the child's pose. Pull yourself forward. Bring the left foot with you. Framing the left hand. Get set. And then we'll start in this tall position. Pushing the hips forward. And then we're going to sit back. Hamstring stretch. Okay.
Do the bad side first.
Okay, so hands to the mat. We're going to do our up down. So outside elbow, inside hand, outside hand. Elbow leads the way. Open it up and back down. So these guys. So this next one, we're going to hang out at the bottom. Couple deep breaths. Okay, so coming up out of this, reach back, grab the foot, remember hips to the mat. And then if you can, turn the chest. And then if you can, think about pulling the heel to the butt. Keep those hips opened up. Couple deep breaths here. this. Rib cage glued to the top of the quad. Sitting back. Doing a hamstring stretch. Shaking that out. All right, we're gonna do our frog stretch, aka low hanging fruit. So, one's for you. All right, so we're gonna spread the knees apart. I want my toes pointed out to the side, not back behind me. And I'm going to set in this frog stretch position. Yeah. Fun one here. All right, so we're gonna do some hip tries here, which means that I'm gonna pretend that that button is on the wall behind me, and I'm gonna pull my butt back. I'm gonna try and push the button, and when I get as far back as I can, I'm going to come forward again. Just use the hands to help, hold yourself up. Don't use them to push. Think about using the hips to pull yourself back. All right, so now we're going to do some circles. So you're going to try and push the button in a circular motion. Don't know why, but you have to.
Brush it.
Or the world will blow up. All right, so now we're going to go the other direction. Okay, so now we're going to come down on our elbows, do the same thing, pulling the butt back, and releasing, walking back and forth there. Okay, and circles. Direction. All right, so we're gonna lift this foot off the mat, and we're gonna create pressure through our knee into the ground, and then we're gonna use pressure into the ground and create leverage through the ground to lift the foot, and then I lower the foot back. So I'm gonna lift the foot while pressing my knee into the ground. So I'm using that leverage through the ground to lift the foot. Don't just lift the foot, create leverage through the ground, and that lifts the foot. All right, let's do the other side. So again, pressure into the ground, and keep creating pressure. Create that leverage to lift the foot. All right, so I'm going to come up to our single leg frog. So we're going to straighten one leg out to the side. You want your foot roughly lined up with your knee. I've still got my toes on the back foot pointed out to the side. And so from here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm rocking the hips back and forth. All right, some circles. All right, other way. Yeah, maybe the other way. So now we're going to lift our toes. Again, pressure through the heel to create leverage to lift the toes, and then back down to the mat. So lifting the toes through that leverage through the floor. All right, leaving the toes up. Make sure the back foot's pointed out to the side and not back. And then you sit back into this modified hurdler stretch. And just kind of find what position works for you. Be gentle with yourself, as they say.
Good job, Pedro. I can see her in my mind. Super flexy.
All right, so now we're going to come into our pigeon pose. So I'm going to bend this front leg. I'm going to frame the back of the ankle and the front of the knee with my hand. And my goal is to keep my ankle and my knee lined up with each other as I come into this pigeon pose. So instead of letting the foot slide under, as it likes to do here, keep this kind of more strict.
This is the one. Way.
Nice deep breaths. All right, so we're gonna roll that foot underneath. And it's gonna come out to the frog stretch on the other side, and then we can straighten this leg out, and I'm on the other side. So we're gonna do this side now. So again, we're gonna do the hip rise.
So sore.
That's exactly why.
Everything's just tight.
Circles.
It's starting to atrophy.
All right, let's go the other direction. All right, so the toe lift, we're gonna pressure through the heel, create some leverage, lift the toes. Getting the toes up, and then make sure the foot on the back is pointed out to the side. Ease into that hurdler stretch. All right, so we're going to come into our pigeon pose from here. So bending the front leg, framing the back of the ankle, front of the knee, trying to keep them lined up with each other. Into this pigeon pose position. So we rotate that leg under, stretch out your toes. So you're gonna roll your toes up under the mat, get the knees down, and look and sit back on the heels. Like so. Stretching out the feet. And if you can, you can put some pressure through your hands and the palms. Open up. Whatever this one is.
This might be the camera.
It's the old plow. All right, coming out of that. Straighten the toes out. Back. Sit back on the heels. Make sure you keep the heels under the butt. I'm going to roll out. And then lean back. Stretch out your joint capsules. It's good for them. Coming out of that. So we're going to finish off coming up to our feet, getting in your down dog position. So starting in all fours, hands and knees, coming up, having toes sliding in, fingers slightly pointed out, and you want to do some ankle pries here. So think about if there's a bug underneath your heel and you're trying to squish that bug, then you do it on the other heel. So you're alternating back and forth, squishing that bug. Said something mean about your mom. All right, so we're gonna do some bear squat / jump. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop my butt to my heels, and then if you can, we're gonna do a little jump. If you need to straighten your legs back out, that's fine. But we're gonna do a little jump and kick ourselves in the butt. So here's. All right, now you're gonna walk your hands in one palm length. I'm gonna do it again. Again, if you just need to do the squats, that's fine. You can do the little butt kick jumps. Have at it. Okay, so walking the hands in, one more palm length. Again, you need to do the squats. Do it. All right, so walking the hands up, the feet up. Yeah, the hands outside the feet. We're gonna do our bootstrappers. I'm gonna come up onto the balls of my feet, get my heels down to my butt, and then straighten my legs back out. And keep my hands on the mat if I can. All right. About that. Nice and easy. You get a little normal stay if that makes you feel better. If not,
Just lay there.
I know, we should, huh? We're not though. So, cool, that's it. Appreciate everybody joining us
Hi, everybody.
in such interesting circumstances. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll look at doing it again next week. So, same bat time, same bat channel. See you guys.